Welcome to the Emotional Fitness Channel. I'm Marianne Cusell, and today we're going to be talking about the root cause of fear and what can we do about it. And I'm going to give you some really valuable techniques how to overcome it. I'm talking about the fear that you wake up with in the early hours of the morning, that debilitating fear in your solar plexus that blocks you from creating what you want. And guess what it is? The root cause of that sort of fear is speaking to us and saying, in some unconscious level, there's something going on in the psyche. It's saying, I'm not capable. Because if we felt really empowered and capable, we wouldn't have it, right? So I'm not talking about fear of failure. There's another video there, but fear of failure is more about being humiliated, a part of the ecosystem. I'm talking about, let's say you're starting a new project or you're going to start dating again and you have some debilitating fear come up. This is saying on some level to yourself, I don't feel capable. So what do we do about that, right? So I'm going to give you 3 valuable steps. Step 1, really write this down. It's going to change your life. Step 1, ask yourself, what do you need to learn? Because when we don't feel capable in some way, it's because we don't know how to get there, right? And the big how to get there is the big fundamental step of what causes the fear to come up in the first place. I'm not capable. So what do you need to learn? Write it down. Step 2, ask yourself, how do I need to empower myself? So what do you need to learn? How do you need to empower yourself? These answers are all within you. They'll come to you. But here's the big one. Step 3 is we're going to find some subconscious beliefs. And how we do that is to ask this question. So what might you believe to have this current reality of I'm not capable? What might you believe? Was it some messages you heard when you were younger? Is it that you feel that you're not enough? I'm not capable. Where did that come from? Because if it is just about learning a new skill, then that's okay, right? But if there's some debilitating unconscious beliefs, and how we find them is to ask the question. I will also leave down below a belief profile that's free to you, that you can do in your own time. I really encourage you to, because unless these questions are asked, you won't know what's blocking your success. So next, we want to change the reality, right? So once we get this information, what do I need to learn? What do I need to empower myself? How do I need to empower myself? And what are, say, 3 unconscious beliefs, bringing them to the conscious awareness, so that you can work with them. And then we need to understand, and I really want you to get this piece, there's always a solution. And often our biggest fears are our biggest breakthroughs. I can promise you that. And there's another really valuable piece. I'm going to dive into some really soulful stuff now. And that is an amazing video I did the other day with Bob Frank, who is the president of Near-Death Experience. And he's got huge data he's shared, which I'll put a link there too, about why we're actually here. And a lot of people get caught up in the ego system and the human evaluation of life, when really we're here to evolve to a high level of consciousness, right? We're a soul in a physical body, whether you believe it or not. Once you watch that video, I'm sure with all the evidence and the scientific proof, you'll change your mind. Really valuable to understand what you're doing here. So if this fear of I'm not capable in this area, and it's something really important to you, like starting to date again, or starting a new business or something like that, and if you've got lots of fear coming up, maybe it's the piece from the past that you have to delve into to inspire the future. Maybe it's a part of your journey to unpack it so that you can evolve to a high level of consciousness. Now, I want to share something with you, how it works. And once you get this information, how valuable it can be to you. I had a client this morning that, and I see people all over the globe, okay? So all different time zones, weekends. I'm doing this on a Saturday morning. So understand that, you know, that's what Zoom's all about. It's so fantastic. But here's the golden nugget to show you how important it is. This was a woman that had created, and it's very common, I find it quite common, that had created a partner who had abandoned her time and time again. In her past, she had had a really strong abandonment stuff go on. I mean, real bad, you know, real trauma. And a lot of us have experienced that sort of stuff. Now, this is how the evolvement piece comes in. When we went back, and I use quantum intelligence, so we go back through, you know, if you can imagine sitting there as a little baby in this life, we heal all the blocks from this life, everything in the nervous system, levels of consciousness in the emotional center, all the traumas held in the body. So we go in and energetically and do that. And we discovered, you know, like I went straight to her mother, you know, because her mother was abandoned when she was a baby by her own partner. So if you can imagine a little baby breastfeeding and taking in all that energy going into the nervous system. Now, you mightn't understand that fully now, but if we can reflect back, we can go, yeah, I can see how that generational trauma showed up. Well, it also works the same from our DNA. So we can go back there and energetically clean that up. And right back, if you believe or not, we can go back to past lives. And so the beautiful thing happened in this process, and which I often get, I get spirit coming through. It's one of my gifts. And her mother really, because her mother had also passed, and she came through to share with her that part of her story in this life, part of her purpose and her evolution was to break the cycle of the wounded emotional trauma, that generational trauma. And my goodness, once we finished this session, this beautiful soul that I was talking to, this wonderful woman, now had the genuine ability, she had healed her past hurts and wounds, to stand in her power and say to her future partner, this is what I want, this is what I want it to look like, meet me here or don't meet me at all. Do you know what I mean? So really valuable that we delve into that past energy so we can inspire the future. So I hope that's been helpful for you. If you are grappling with some pain issues, pain body, solar plexus, fear, know that there's somewhere in your energetic system speaking to you. It's there to give you feedback. Remember, our feelings are feedback. Somewhere in your psyche, whether it be past, cell memory, whatever, is speaking to you about capability. So if you want my help with that, there's links below. Please subscribe to my channel so you get other videos, hit the notification bell, and feel free to comment. I'd love to hear from you and share. Thanks for listening.